Hello and welcome to another Stamp with Amy K YouTube Live. And sorry, I'm just wiggling my camera around here because I realized that I was very off center. So I've got to wiggle a few other things around here. Hopefully I'm getting set up where I would like it to be. So I think that I am, and I'm just double checking that everything is good out here on the live stream. Hopefully, if you are joining me, feel free to say hello and let me know you're, hey, Patricia, I'm glad that you are joining today. So feel free to let me know that you're here if you're watching live, and if you're watching the replay, that is just fantastic as well. Feel free to leave comments if you'd like. And hey, Mary, I'm glad you're here too. So today, and Kathy as well. So good to see y'all out here. So today we are going to be playing with the Birds and Branches stamp set bundle from Stampin' Up, which is in the new annual catalog, which just started, ordering just started on Wednesday for it. So yay, that's really awesome. And so let's just jump right in and get going on the card. So this is the card we're making today, and I'll show you how I put this together. Hey, Denise, glad that you're here as well. And I see Barbara, so thanks for joining. So this is the Birds and Branches stamp set, which is definitely a good one. I love this bundle too. It's just, I love the little birds in it, and I can't even say that I'm a huge bird fan or anything, but it's a really pretty little set. So, and I love it has as well. So hi, Pat, and I see Sabra, hopefully I'm saying your name correctly, is here as well, and Sandra, yep, so cool. Thanks everybody for joining today. So, all right, so this is the stamp set. It's Birds and Branches, and then it has a coordinating set of dies called Birds and More dies, and it's got a great little border die here. This is a nice little branch die that I've used in a previous video. The little bird images from this stamp set you can cut out with the dies. Hi, Danette. Glad you're here too. So it's a good bundle. This is the circle die, and we're going to play with that one actually a little bit today. And then there are some bird die cuts that you don't stamp. It's just, you know, you'd cut out the little bird images, and then there are little feet for your bird images. There's images that coordinate with some of the leaves and the little heart and all that sort of thing. So, and the eggs and the flower. Don't let me forget all that stuff. So it's a good bundle. Great set of dies, great set of stamps. So lots of fun to play with. And what else do we have today? We're also using the Itty Bitty Birthdays stamp set, which is one that's a carryover item from the annual catalog. So that's where the sentiment came from on my card today. So got that. And I'm using one of the two greenery embossing folders. This is a new one from the catalog that just started as well. Hey, Karen and Audrey as well. Thanks for joining. I see Suzette's here as well, or Suzanne, I'm sorry, is here as well. So fantastic. Thanks so much for joining today. So this is one of the new embossing folders. It's a set of embossing folders, actually. It has this one that kind of does almost a border look embossing to it. And then there's another one that's got some little rows of leaves in it. That's a very pretty die set, but they're together in a pack. And again, they're the greenery embossing folders, and these are in the new annual catalog as well. So let me set that one aside. And then, of course, my forever favorite, the Tasteful Textiles 3D embossing folder. This is one that I know I'm going to use until I snap the hinge in half, because it's a good embossing folder. I use it all the time. So use that one to emboss a little bit on the background of the card. And then the last thing that I used was the Tasteful Labels dies. They're actually bundled together with a Tasteful Textures stamp set. But of course we didn't use that stamp set today, just the dies from it. So this is a great set of dies. And obviously they coordinate with lots of different sentiments and things. So that's the awesome part about it. I love this die set. So definitely a good one that I know I will get tons of use out of as well. All right, so let me set the card aside, and two quick things really quickly. Stampin' Up has got going on right now their awesome Pick a Free Bundle starter kit promotion. If you haven't heard about this, if you are interested in joining as a demonstrator, jump in now. It's a great deal. You get your normal starter kit where you get to pick $125 worth of merchandise for $99. You pay tax on that if that's applicable in your area, but it ships for free. And in addition to the normal $125 of merchandise, you get to pick also a free bundle. Any of the bundles from the new annual catalog. Anything that's listed as a stamp and die bundle or a stamp and punch bundle, you can pick from one of those for free. So it is an awesome deal, and we've had a couple people join the team already, so definitely very exciting. We're glad to have you, and if anybody else is interested in joining, let me know, because I would definitely be happy to chat with you more about it. So And the next thing that I want to make sure you know about is Stampin' Up! Is doing an annual catalog kickoff celebration, where if you place an order of $250 or greater, or you have host a party of 200, then the merchandise total is $250 or greater, you get an extra $25 in Stampin' Rewards for that. So normally a $250 order or a $250 party would get you $25 in Stampin' Rewards. So that's free host cash from Stampin' Up. But now you get $50 with a $250 order or $250 party. So let me know if you have questions about that. If you're interested in doing a host catalog party or something like that, let me know, and I will definitely be happy to chat with you more about that. So let us get going on the card. So my actual card I made as one is actually cut with a so that it's a more of a portrait. No, not portrait. That's not the right word. More of a book fold. I don't know. There's probably some official term for it. But anyway, so this paper is cut to 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. If you want to make it more like the tent fold card like I did here, this piece of paper is cut to 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5.5. But again, the end result is the exact same thing. So however you want to cut it is just fine. So I went ahead and did a little bit of work ahead of time for us. Book fold is right. Okay, I don't know. I start talking and then I'm like, I don't even remember what I was saying. So I went ahead and did these a little bit ahead of time, embossed this panel. This is soft seafoam cardstock, which I probably forgot to say. Card base is soft seafoam as well. And I have a layering panel here. I cut this to 3 1/4 and then 3 3/8 by 5.5. So both of them are the same length. And I'm going to give the new Stampin' Seal a whirl. This adhesive is really strong. I like it. So the only thing that's a little different is I just have to get used to the way to hold it the right way to get it actually to go on the paper. So you just roll it on, stop, and then lift, and that is all there is to it. So I don't know if you guys remember the old adhesive that we had, where you had to do this crazy check mark thing and snap the adhesive and all that. No more of that. Just stop, lift, and it's done. So it's a good adhesive. So I am excited that we finally have a really good, strong adhesive. So much better than snail. Okay, I know there are snail fans out there. I'm just not one of them. So I didn't feel like it held together the projects quite as well as I wanted them to. All right, so we're going to adhere that together. Yes, this is the new Stampin' Seal adhesive. So, yep, giving it a spin, and I'm liking it so far. So I just, like I said, this is only like, whoop, and there I drove it right off the paper. This is only about the second time I've used it. So still getting used to the way to hold it. That's the only thing that's different for me, is just trying to remember the right way to hold the tape so that it goes on. So this is not the Seal Plus. This is just the Stampin' Seal. So this is for the regular cardstock. The Seal Plus you would need to use for more of like well, you could use it on regular cards, but it's designed to be used on 3D type projects instead. So, all right, so we're sticking that on the card front. And I don't know if you saw, but I basically was lining everything up here on my grid paper, and then I used that to line up the edges to make sure that it's hopefully stuck together. So yes, it holds. Like I said, the Stampin' Seal, it's holding very nicely. I'm very happy with it so far. So I have no complaints about it at this point, other than, just, like I said, just getting used to it's a little different hold than what I'm used to with snail. So as far as the way I hold it in my hand, not the way that the adhesive holds great, but it's just the way that I hold it in my hand. So, all right, so this is the panel of Pretty Peacock cardstock that I have embossed with the Tasteful Textiles 3D embossing folder. Hey, Roz, glad that you are here. So I'm just going to use a little bit of the Stampin' Seal to stick it down here. And see, and I'm used to doing that check mark motion, and so it's just like old habits. Sometimes they're hard to break. So, but you don't have to do the check mark anymore, which is nice. Just stop the roll and then lift up, and it's done. So, all right. Whoop. See, that's what I said. I'm just getting used to the feel of it is just a little different. Whoop! There, I stuck my finger right in it. The feel is just a little different than the way I use snail, and so it's just taken me a moment to kind of get used to how to roll it the right way, so that I so that I end up with the adhesive on the paper and not wound around my finger like I just did there. All right, so we're going to stick this on the card front here. All right. got the layering done. Next up, I went ahead and stuck a little Post-it note on here so I would remember to tell you this little trick. We are going to stamp the background underneath the bird here. Is there a reason why you are doubling up on the panel mats? Just because I like the way it looks. that I feel like it gives it a nice finished edge when I do that, rather than just putting things down. So, and it gives the card a nice weight when you hold it too. So that's why I prefer to do it. I almost always layer color one on top of the other. That's the reason why I do it, is because I like the more finished look of it, or I feel it looks more finished anyway. So, all right, so I started to say that we are going to stamp the little branch here on the background. It's just a panel of Whisper White cardstock, and I think I cut it to 3.5 by 3.5. And I put a little Post-it note down here because it's going to be hidden and nobody's going to see it. But because this peeks out from underneath, I didn't want to accidentally stamp the branch down here and have it peeking out underneath. I wanted the white look. So that's why I just stuck a little Post-it note on it. Let me get my soft suede ink here and the little tree branch. And we will stamp that first. So again, this is from the Birds and Branches stamp set. And we'll go ahead. I'm just going to try to, hopefully I think I've got that placed about right. And the color palette that I originally started with, I kind of had a different idea of what I was going to do with this card. And it didn't end up, I didn't like it when I was done with it. So I used the color palette from the Forever Fern stamp set bundle, that whole product suite. I couldn't find the stamp. So so it has Pear Pizzazz in it and the pretty peacock and the soft sea foam. So I started with that color palette and then changed my mind and decided I wasn't going to use I can't talk to the designer paper after all. So I'm still using the as ink because I thought it looked kind of cute in the background and gives it just a little bit of different color. I thought about going back and using the soft sea foam again, but I thought it might be kind of too hidden, too not stand out enough. So I liked the way it looked with the Pear Pizzazz underneath the soft sea foam. So that's why I stuck with that. And then I don't know if you noticed on my little bird here, I do have some more leaves that I stamped, and I just kind of have them peeking out from under the bird image, and hopefully I'll get them placed here in the right spot. And it doesn't necessarily matter how it looks down here without, because this is going to be covered up anyway. So all I wanted was the little leaves kind of peeking out, and that was what I wanted to achieve by stamping it that way. So let me close up the Pear Pizzazz ink. It is a fun suite. It's a good, lots of good stuff. I love everything in the new catalog. So, you guys know me. I realized I forgot to get my green glue. Sorry, banging. So I love everything in the new catalog. And my order came in yesterday, and it was killing me that I need to get my designer paper shares done. That's my thing, is I always have to get my designer paper shares done before I allow myself to really dig in and play with the new goodies. But I have a lot of new things sitting in my house today, and it's killing me to be, I'm almost done. I'm packing up the last of the designer paper shares today. I need to print shipping labels and get them to the post office, and then they will be done, and I can check off the list and say that those are done so I can play with new things. And I realized I was talking away and forgot to tell you what I was doing here. So I have this cut to 3 1/8 by 3 1/8, and it is, again, soft seafoam cardstock. And I used the circle die here from the Birds and More dies. And I basically just placed it on, let's see if I can get it on here, placed it on top of the circle like this and ran it through my die cutting machine. So I forgot to tell you that before I got everything glued together. So that is where that die cut came from. And let me set this aside over here, and we're going to do a little bit of additional stamping. We're going to stamp a little nest in the bird. And the nest I stamped, again, this is from the Birds and Branches stamp set, Crumb Cake ink. I stamped the little nest in. Can't wait for the shares. They should be on the way. Whoop, I almost dropped it. Yikes. They should be on the way to the post office here shortly. I just need to print up some shipping labels, and they will be out. So, yay. I'm excited, too. It's always a happy day when the shares are done, and I can take a little deep breath and make sure that, y'all are happy with them and all that, and I'm happy when you're happy. So, all right, so let's get the bird stamped, and we're going to do that in Pretty Peacock ink. Oh, you like the birds too, Sherry? It's a cute set. I love it. So I'm stamping the little bird. This is actually, you know what? I'm going to stamp the background bird first. So I'm going to ink up, this is the more solid kind of backgroundy looking bird. I'm going to ink that up in Pretty Peacock ink, stamp it on the scrap paper, and then stamp it over Whisper White cardstock. And then I've already inked up this bird in Pretty Peacock ink, and I'm going to do my best to get them lined up with the camera in between me and the bird, and hopefully, oh, I didn't do very well. So let's try that again. So sometimes I can get it right with the camera over the top of me, and sometimes it's totally not right, like that one. So again, just inked up, stamped off the little bird, and a second round of stamping. And I will try to get up here right over the top so that hopefully I don't have to try to do this a third time. That one's better. Strange. I'm hoping that I'm still live. Hopefully somebody can leave me a comment here and let me know that all is still good and that I'm still live. Okay, a lot of buffering. Okay, all right, so I'm not sure what is going on. That's a little weird. All right, hopefully I'm back and all is good. If it's bad, let me know. Okay, phew, sorry. Like I said, I just had this moment where all of a sudden all I could see was a little spinning on my screen, and I'm like, oh, this is not good. All right, so we're back. All right, lots of buffering too. Thought it was just you. I don't know what's going on. That's very weird. I don't know if YouTube is having issues. I mean, our internet has been running fine here all day, so I don't know what the scoop is. All right, well, glad I'm back, and hopefully it'll get better. So. All right, so I'm just going to continue on, and hopefully, you guys you're all still with me, and all is good. So, stamping the sentiment from the Itty Bitty Birthdays stamp set, and doing that in Pretty Peacock ink as well. Now I'm going to do a little bit of die cutting over here really quickly. So I'm going to scoot over to the side. All right, I'm back. Okay, good. All right, so like I said, something always happens when you go live. It does. It's like this special moment. It's like it knows that I don't want things to mess up. So, oh well. Like I said, I don't know. YouTube is having, internet's been behaving poorly on Facebook and YouTube. Okay, so it's not just me. I started to think, what have I done now? So I'm glad it's not just me today. So. I didn't think I'd done anything to make the internet angry, but like I said, it's been working well for my kids for their school stuff all day, and so, but who knows? I guess Friday afternoon on YouTube is, maybe a busy time, so. Oh, there I got my nest all cut off crazy. Aw, and then after all that, I'm gonna have to redo my nest because when I was talking and not paying attention, and I cut it all kinds of crazy. The bird came out okay, so we'll go with that. Let me set this aside. Sentiment came out okay, so we're good with that. Let me restamp my bird image. I should say bird nest image. Oh, goodness. It is going to be a day today, I think. I thought I was all prepared and good to go, and I wouldn't have a mess today, but you know what? Oh well. All right. So we're going to try again, crumb cake ink. All the people working from home, you are probably true. Yeah, that is right. They do need to go back to school for sure, and back to work would be good. But definitely back to school, because I'm telling you, I'm not ready to try to do this again. I got a survey from the state here in New Jersey asking about school next fall, and sort of alluding to the fact that they may not necessarily be doing school at school in the fall. And I'm like, no, my friends, we need to go back to school. So at least my kids need to go back to school. And I'm hoping every other parent sent the same response in saying, no, let's go back to school. So, yeah, it would not be good if we all had to try to do homeschool again this fall. Because, yeah, we've got one more week of school left, and I am done. I'm ready for the school year to be done. So, Yes, they do need, everybody does need to leave so I can be back in my normal routine again because I'm worse than the kids as far as routine goes. All right. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to get a couple of little glue dots here and we're going to glue the nest onto the little square that I'd previously cut. So just taking a couple little glue dots. Now that I got the nest not stamped all kinds of crazy, a couple of glue dots and tuck it down here. And then we're going to take a couple more glue dots and tuck my little bird in behind the nest. So pop that in here. Try to keep the wing so that it's over the top. There we go. The next thing that I did, and didn't want to have to do all these on camera for you, is I stamped some flowers. I'm not signing the kids up for at-home summer school. Oh, Mary, stop. At-home summer school. I don't know. I'm telling you, I'm just, I'm about ready to send them all back to school now. And they're, anyhow. So no, I am not signing up for the summer school, volunteering for summer school parent of the year. Definitely not. Definitely not. I'm ready for them to go back to school. And honestly, I think they're ready to go back too. I think they're as tired of this staying at home business as I am. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and add the sentiment back on. The set isn't on your list. Oh, Mary, you need to get this set. It's really cute. It's a good one. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere the sentiment on as well, since we've got everything out here and ready to go. And the last thing that I added on around the bird nest was a couple of the metallic pearls, and I used the silver ones, and no real reason why, except for I had more silver than I had gold, so I figured I'd just use up some of the silver ones. The gold ones I think would work just as well on this one. So let me stick the last one on here. And you and my niece, along with all the other moms, deserve Teacher of the Year. I don't know about that. I'm just, like I said, I just can't wait for this school year to be over. I don't know that I have ever been as happy to see the end of the school year as I am this year. And yeah, normally I'm like, can they please stay a few extra days? So I guess I understand now how the teachers feel about it. So maybe I'm just not as much fun as their friends at school. I hope that I'm not, because I really hope that they want to go back to school and not hang out here with Mom all day. So yeah, I've definitely, we're working a little on the, learning how to clean bathrooms and all the not fun stuff that to do all the time when the kids are at school. So yeah, I think that's a little bit for the older one. Definitely, I think she's ready to be done with that part of school. So all right, so that is the card front. Hopefully I can get the inside of the card stamped without any other fiascos here. And if it is, I'll just take a deep breath and say I'll restamp it later, so you don't have to endure this with me any longer. So got a little pretty peacock ink here, and I'm going to stamp a sentiment from the home economics. Yes. See, I think that needs to be taught more in school. No, I'm just kidding. I'm glad to be able to teach her some of that stuff at home. So, yep. Somebody has to clean the toilets, and it might as well be them. So, so the sentiment is from the Itty Bitty Birthday stamp set. I'm going to stamp the little branch image again. And your case in this one, Karen, feel free. It's a cute little sketch and a cute little stamp set, so I'm happy case in it. So soft suede ink for the tree branch here, and then the pear pizzazz for the leaves. And let me see if I can get this on here. Hopefully, last step, I was going to take a deep breath and be like, oh, I got it stamped, okay. And then I'm going to stamp a few more of the leaves up here again, just so that the branch doesn't look quite as naked. So stamp a couple leaves around this way. And I think we will call it good before I ruin anything else. Before I let you go, I did want to remind you that I'm running a double Running Shoe Reward Points ordering special. So if you are interested in ordering, you will get double points from me. The Running Shoe Rewards, you earn free stamp sets, or free Stampin' Up! Orders with your Running Shoe Rewards. So the details are posted out on my blog, so feel free to take a look out there and let me know if you have any questions about anything. And let's get this stuck to the inside of the card, and I will fold it, and like I said, and hopefully get this done without any more disasters or the internet freezing up or YouTube freezing up. So, all right, so I think we made it through. So, whew, okay. Can't wait to get your order in. Oh, man, it's a good catalog, so definitely awesome. So, have fun ordering and definitely get this set. It's a cute set. Love the dies with it, so awesome. You can put any kind of sentiment you want with it. I just saw one of the other team members did this as a baby card, and she did it with a pink background instead of green. So definitely a cute set. So, all right, thank you all for enduring the difficulties I had today with screwing things up and having the internet totally freeze up. So thanks for joining and hanging in there. I appreciate you being here. I will plan to be back on Facebook Live, and hopefully it will cooperate on Tuesday at 2 o'clock Eastern Time, and back on YouTube Live again next week, Friday at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. So thanks again to everybody for joining. Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you all soon.